Hey everybody, my name is Abasi. If you're watching this video right now, you're more than likely a local service-based business in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, more than likely Schaumburg or the neighboring suburbs, and you have seen my Instagram reel called Content to Client Strategy, or you've seen my other helpful content that I have on my page, and you want to learn more about the strategy and how this could help scale your business very quickly with a relatively low ad spend. All right. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. We're going to start more so with if this is going to work for your local business, why use Instagram in particular, some case studies, and then we're going to go into phase one of the content to client strategy. Okay. But let's get started. So let's talk about if this is going to work for your local service-based business. So the content to client strategy in particular only works for local service-based businesses if they deliver exceptional service, right? So if you're an HVAC company, for example, and you do a really good job and you have your clients who are very pleased with your results and you're delivering that amazing service, this is going to work even better for you and the results are going to be faster. And secondary, this is extremely important right here. This you need to have availability to take on additional clients because this strategy in particular, it's going to flood you with extremely quality leads. And if you don't have the capacity or the staff to service these leads, then you're not going to get the full benefit that comes with this. But let's continue right here and let's talk about why you should use why the strategy uses Instagram. So for one, when it comes to Instagram as a platform is amazing. Around three-fourths of the population is on Instagram, and a lot of people find their information and also find just information in regards to the local service-based businesses that are within their community. So the beauty about Instagram is that it helps build a brand over time. And with you being a business owner, you want to establish your brand. You want to be the number one in your city where people go to you for whatever service that you have, right? And moving on, with Instagram, the beauty about the platform is that it is more relational compared to transactional, such as Facebook or Google. And let's talk about that really quick. So, when I say relational, when people follow your Instagram page, they follow your page because they want to see what you have to offer, that valuable content, right? It's not exactly selling somebody versus a transactional relationship with Facebook. When you see a Facebook ad, most of the time, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You know when you see an ad where it's static, it's just an image and it says pricing like, hey, here's a discount that we offer. People know that you're trying to sell them on that. And most people do not like to be sold on or sold to, right? And the same also applies to Google Ads, the PPC campaigns where you just click, they go, and these customers know that you're trying to sell them something. Instagram, you're not trying to sell them anything. It's all organic and it helps build that trust, which is what we want. Another thing I want to mention too is that Instagram delivers a stronger ROI, return on investment, both short term and long term, with ads and organic evergreen content that's permanent. So when I say that, when you post something to Instagram, it's going to be on there forever, right? So 24/7, people are going to be watching your videos. Days from, when you post one today, tomorrow, it's on the platform forever, which means it has infinite reach, right? And with that said, it also has a constant nurturing of your future clients, right? Those followers. Just to kind of reiterate that 24/7, bringing in more people, more leads every single day. And that's what you want. That's more helpful compared to having word of mouth where somebody has to tell their friends or so about your service versus you just having content right there where people are able to see what you do at all hours of the day, right? And also extremely important, Instagram has a lower ad spend, right, for a higher gain. So when I say that With Instagram, what a lot of people don't know is that Instagram grows off of CPM, cost per thousand, versus CPC, cost per click, right? With cost per thousand, every thousand people or thousand individuals that go to your page or view your profile, you pay a very small amount. And these ads are not expensive, y'all, compared to like Google ads. When somebody clicks your website or so, or they click your ad, you pay so much. Instagram is so much better with the reach that it has. And I'm going to actually go into more detail about that a little bit later within this guide. So let's talk about a case study. This is a very interesting case study, right? So this company right here is Hercules Moving. They're a moving and storage company within the northwest suburbs. And with them implementing this strategy right here, so they created an ad, and their first ad got 50,000 views, right? And with this particular ad, it had nothing to do with selling the followers, right? It was more so educating them on the services that they have, and if the followers want to learn more about their moving services, to follow their page. That's all that Hercules Moving did for this ad. And what was nice about it, as I mentioned before, it had 50,000 views. Now, the beauty about these views is this company right here started to get people that follow their page, right? And you got to think about something. The people who follow your page is a lead. These are people that's already hot, and they're following you because of what you have to offer, right? So you got to remember that. Very important. And they decided to post a second video with an ad, right? Which this was insane. This got 217,000 views, right? And their follower count skyrocketed from a lower amount to over 2,600, which is extremely amazing, right? All those people that's following them are local people within their community, aka hot leads. So think about that. 2,600 people that you can convert into a client for your business. That's insane. And the beauty about it is they actually did not have to spend a lot on ads for this to happen. I'm talking as low as $10 a day or even $20 a day just to get this reach right here, right? This strategy, it's insane with the ROI that it's had for these local businesses. And I'm going to give you another example too. This is another case study right here. Now, this business right here, this is Maple's Luxury Dog. They are actually in southern Utah. Same exact strategy, but they deal with mobile dog grooming. And before I go into the strategy, I do want to say that this works, remember, with anyone who's delivering professional services, right? Don't matter what it is, as long as it's professional, this strategy will work for you. But going back into this right here, they ran the same thing. They created an ad, and it had over 116,000 views, which is phenomenal. And then they also posted organic content after the fact. The follower count increased to over 1,300, and that's 1,300 leads, hot leads, that's inside of their evergreen Instagram funnel, right? All from one ad and a few pieces of content. Insane. And just like with the case study one for Hercules Moving, they didn't have to spend a lot on ads for this to happen, right? And I do want to say this right here too before we go into the entire strategy. You know, with you being a local business owner right off the back, with implementing this strategy right here, you don't have to be 100% posh on camera, right? This ad, it's super simple. It's just getting people to follow you on your page, right? And you're talking about the services that you have to offer these potential customers, right? So you can be on camera, doesn't have to be as posh, just have to be as comfortable as you can and just talk about your services. It's super easy, extremely simple. But anyway, let's get into the meat and bones of this video right here. And let's talk about phase one of the content to client strategy. So, as we mentioned before, step one is going to be to launch local targeted awareness ads. Okay. Now, with these ads in particular, the goal is just to create awareness to your brand. Okay. It's not to sell your services. It's only to get more people to follow you. It's building that funnel, right? Building that funnel, building that trust, more importantly, with your targeted customers. This then goes into step two, posting strategic organic content. Now, this content right here, it's super simple. It's just content that has a clear message, right? Very, very valuable. For example, going back to Hercules moving, their content, they only posted a little bit. It's just more so like, hey, this is some of the stuff that we have in our toolkit right here that we use to help service our clients in the moving process. Super simple, nothing over the top. And remember, it's still not selling to them. It's not saying, hey, come buy our product. No, it's just, hey, this is the other part of the service that we offer, and just kind of to show you what it is. Also, too, with that strategic organic content, we also have like testimonials, right? You can post that as well. Like, hey, this is Joe right here. Joe, how did you feel about our service? Joe goes to tell everybody how amazing your service was. Testimonials, extremely important because it connects with your target audience and it helps build more trust, right? Because they've seen other people who've also been serviced by you. And the third part of the strategy is just adhering to an appointment setting framework. Guys, this is super simple. Once somebody follows you, right, they see your organic content, they're going to do one of two things. They're going to message you, right, and ask you more questions. Or secondary, they're just going to call you just based off of the content that they've seen because they're interested. They're interested in the services that you have. And let's say hypothetically, if they don't message you at all, that's fine. You, as the business owner, will have to message them. And it's super simple. It's, hey, thank you for following me. Are you a local within the area? That's it. Super simple. They'll respond back to you. Now you got a connection off the back. They'll say yes or no. More than likely, they're going to say yes because everything that you posted with these ads are local within your community. And then after the fact, you can get them booked for an appointment so that they can be your customer for life, right? Super, super simple process, guys, with this. I'm telling you, the results that these local businesses have had with this has been insane in a short amount of time. And that's it. When it comes to scaling, you want to scale as fast as possible if you have the capacity, but you want more people in your community to know about the amazing services that you have, right? And you got to remember, awareness in today's economy is number one. Awareness leads to cash in the long run. Whoever appears in front of their targeted customer 24/7 and first always ends up getting the deals compared to somebody else who's just being referred at word of mouth, or they're playing the free game when it comes to things, right? They're not running ads. Because you got to think, y'all, it's pay to play if you want to actually scale your business. That's the name of the game. It's pay to play, and it does not have to be expensive. Just has to be strategic. That's all. And as I said before, this is just phase one of the content to client strategy, right? There are two other phases to this as well, but I just wanted to get y'all started in terms of what this looks like. And you could implement this for yourself. You definitely can. I want to offer as much value as possible to you so that you can try and implement this strategy. But I would love to do it for you, take everything off your plate and help you scale as fast as possible and dominate your city. Become the number one local service-based business in whatever your niche or market is. That's what I'm here to do.